Have you ever wondered why some people achieve extraordinary transformations in their lives, while others remain stuck in the same destructive patterns? The answer is hidden in an age-old truth that the Apostle Paul revealed almost 2,000 years ago, and that modern psychology confirms every day. How many times have you tried to change? How many promises did you make to yourself at the beginning of the year? How many diets you started? How many exercise plans you abandoned? How many times you swore it would be different, but have you always returned to the same habits? The problem is not you. The problem is that you were trying to move from the wrong place. There is a powerful triad that governs all human experience. 3 questions that, when understood, become the master key to any transformation. Why do I feel the way I do? Why do I do what I do? And why do I do what I do? Because I think what I think. Pay attention. Your feelings are a consequence of your actions, and your actions are a consequence of your thoughts. It is an unbreakable chain. If you want to feel peace, you need to act with peace. If you want to act with peace, you need to think thoughts of peace. And here's what strikes me the most. Nearly 2,000 years ago, the Apostle Paul had already discovered this transformative secret. In Romans 12, verse 2, he didn't say, change your behaviors first. He didn't say, control your feelings first. He went straight to the core. Be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Paul knew that true transformation begins where no one sees, where no one can supervise, where only you and God have access. In your mind. Think with me. A man who constantly thinks about failure, what is he going to do? He will act like a failure. And if he acts like a failure, how will he feel? Loser. It is a self-perpetuating cycle. But now imagine the opposite. A man who renews his mind every day with thoughts of faith, of purpose, of gratitude. How will he act? With confidence, with determination. And how will you feel? Full, fulfilled, in peace. Here's the truth that can change your life today. You don't have to wait to feel motivated to act differently. You need to think differently to act differently and then feel different. The renewal of the mind is not an event. It is a process. Every day, you choose which thoughts you feed. Every day, you decide whether to renew your mind or leave it in automatic mode, reproducing the same patterns that brought you here. I want you to do something now. Identify a feeling that has been bothering you. It could be anxiety. It could be sadness. It could be anger. Now tell me, what actions have you taken that feed this feeling? And more importantly, what thoughts have generated these actions? Found? So you just figured out the exact point where your transformation needs to begin. Paul knew that when we renew our minds according to God's will, something supernatural happens. We don't just change our behavior. We change our nature. We don't just adjust our actions. We transform our identity. Do not be conformed to this world, he said. Why? Because the world programs its mind for fear, for scarcity, for destructive competition. But God has a different schedule for you. Faith, abundance, love. The question isn't whether you can change. The question is, when are you to start? Because every day that passes with an unrenewed mind is one less day of full life. It is one more day stuck in the same cycles. But today it can be different. Today you can choose a different thought. Today you can plant a mental seed that, cared for and watered, will produce different actions, which will generate different feelings. Transform yourselves by the renewal of your mind. It is not a suggestion, it is imperative. It is not for some. It is for everyone who wants to live the life that God has dreamed for them. Your transformation is a thought away. Your new life is one mental decision away. His victory is one renewal away. What will you think now? How will you renew your mind today? Because what you think about now will determine what you do tomorrow. And what you do tomorrow will determine how you feel next week. The chain of transformation begins in your mind, and only you have the key. Remember, you are not a slave to your feelings. You are not a victim of your circumstances. You are a child of God, created in His image, with power to renew your mind and transform your life. The question that remains is, what are you going to do with this power? Transform yourselves by the renewal of your mind. Your new life starts now.